Prashant Kumar. Once again, welcome to my YouTube channel, Sociocratic. Today, let us discuss about the concerned social science topic, labor. And here, the Plato, he wrote in his Republic book on the division of labor. He said, human society is formed on natural inequalities. This natural inequality is based on the division of labor. Yeah, he told like that. So here we have to discuss about the labor, division of labor and inequalities, organized and unorganized labors, etc. We have to discuss. Let us start. Yeah. Here, division of labor. What is labor? Labor is an act performed to achieve a particular goal. Any act performed to achieve a particular goal is called as labor. Then what is division of labor? Division of labor means the work being done by the people depending on their interest, taste, ability, age, expertise, skills and gender. So these things we have to consider. Depending on these, anyone, they will be divided. There is a division of labor. And here, Karl Marx, he discussed about division of labor. He told, division of labor creates less skilled workers. And he classifies the division of labor into two different divisions. One economic labor, another one social labor. And according to him, the division of economic labor goes with the technical and the people's cooperation. It is economic labor. And social labor achieves social control through class, status and stratification. So like that he divided that one. So which are the two divisions? According to Karl Marx, economic labor and social labor. Okay, yeah. And before industrialization, that was one type of division of labor. But after industrialization, the post-industrialized society, the division of labor is more. We can see more different types of division of labor. So at present, the division of labor is done through computers now. So example, in IT, division of labor based on the skills. Their data entry, that one separate, and different types are there. That one depending upon their skill, their division comes. Web designer, another type. So like that it comes. And here, because of division of labor, here some skilled labor they will come. As a result, we demand specialization in particular field. And this specialization is having deeper knowledge and depth skill in one particular field, one particular subject or one particular field. Deep knowledge important one, that is specialization. And this specialization creates more division of labor. Yes. And division of labor has helped the people to gain skill in the field and earn economic benefits. Nowadays, education also like that. Just observe. So after one PU etc., we will divide. So deviation is there, which field you want. And after that, for example, if you select medicine, after MBBS, different fields comes. In particular area specialization. If it's engineering, then afterwards in particular area specialization. So they will get good job and their economic earnings will be more, economic benefit will be more. Okay, so this is the division of labor and specialization. So next what happens? Inequality in labor. So here when we goes on improving, so in another side, another face of that one is inequality. From the beginning we observed this inequality. It is not the new one, but nowadays more. So inequality of labor. What is inequality of labor? What is discrimination? It's another word is discrimination. If differential payment is given for two people who put the same amount of time and effort is called discrimination. Two people are there, they are putting the same effort, same time duration they are working, but they are getting different payments. One is getting more payment, another one gets less payment. That is a discrimination, inequality in labor. And this inequality in labor, in pay, is more visible in unorganized sector than the organized sector. Yeah, actually, in the government sectors, if you observe, their inequality is very less. All are getting equal pay for equal work. Actually, equal pay for equal work means that immediately we will understand there is inequality. But in private sectors, you can observe someone they are getting more and someone getting less salary. With that, in agriculture sector, an equal division of labor is based on sex, age, and capacities. There, for male one type of payment, female another type of payment, like that it is. And skilled, if they are those who climb trees, etc., they will get more. So like that, differences you can see. Yeah. And with that, discrimination is also found between educated and uneducated. For example, someone uneducated people, they are working more. Safai karmacharis, or so this cleaning work, those who do in the municipality, etc., they are getting more work but less salary. But those who are official timings is there from this time 10 to 4, so they are getting more salary. So educated and uneducated, they are having discrimination. Yeah. So this is about inequality. And with that, another one we have to observe here in the labor with pay, labor without pay. Someone they are working. Labor means work. They are done to achieve some goal. And so someone they are getting the salary or in cash or kind, but someone not getting. So difference we have to observe. Labor with the pay, any activity which leads to the gain of material benefit in the form of cash or kind. But labor without pay, work is done without payment either in cash or kind. Yes. An example, factory workers, officials, teachers, engineers, doctors, etc. They are labor with the pay. They will get the salary. But an artist, he painting for his satisfaction. He is painting for his satisfaction. He is not getting family-based work. So here you can observe female or women. They are working in home. From early morning, 5 o'clock or 4:30, they will get up. They will prepare the breakfast and then they will prepare for lunch and evening and night up to 10, 11, they will work. Full day they are working, but they are not getting anything. But we are saying, housewife, she don't have any work. She don't have any job. Work is there, but job not there. According to us, those who get money or kind, they are doing the work. This is not work, not at all a job at all. So this is the difference there. And those who are working women, they have to work, and after coming back to home, they have to work in home also. Yes, so they are not paid. And developing the child, nurturing the child, there they will not get anything. And mother, when the child is getting sick, at the time full night she has to take care of the child, she will not get anything. Yes, and that is unpaid work in the family. And this is the difference between a paid work and unpaid work. Labor with pay, labor without pay. Yes, so okay. And painters, I told an example of painting. So if we have that habit, any hobby of painting, we will do that and we will not get anything. It is for our satisfaction. For example, singers. If you learn classical music, you can sing a song for your satisfaction, you will not get anything. But if you're a professional singer, if you go there and sing and you will get something. For your satisfaction, whatever work you do is without pay. Okay. Yeah. Teacher, those who teach, he will get salary. It is a paid work. And the same teacher, after his work, giving some tuition to some students without taking anything, that is the labor without pay. His interest that one. He wanted to improve the society. He wanted to improve the students. There is extra work without paying, if without getting any amount. But if he is taking money for tuition, then that is with pay. So this is the difference. Okay. Yeah. Next, we have to discuss about organized and unorganized laborers. Organized sector and unorganized sector. What is the difference? Very important one for the examination point of view, and easily will get the mark. It's a common question as usually asked in the exam. Organized labor and unorganized labor. What's the difference? So organized labor enrolled as per the law of the government, but unorganized not enrolled as per the law of the government. And here in the organized labor, they have fixed wages, salary per day or per month, this much. Regularly it will come. But unorganized laborers not there. Today they may get 1000 rupee, tomorrow 0 or 100 rupee. No fixed wages. And here in the organized labor, guided by Minimum Wages Act, Factory Act, etc. Here all the rules of the government apply to the organized labor, but unorganized labor not guided by any legal provisions. No act, Payment Act, Provident Fund, etc. not there. Okay. And has to take permission of the government before it begins its function. In organized labor, to begin its function, they have to get permission from the government. But here, no need. They don't have to get permission from the government. They have fixed a time of work, 10 to 4 or 9 to 5. So fixed time is there. More than that, they don't have. Not necessary. If they do, overtime payment will be there. But here, don't have fixed time for work. They have to go early morning or up to late night, or they can start from 11. So no fixed time at all. Okay. Have medical facilities. If they fall sick, they have medical facilities here in organized laborers, but here no medical facility, they have to bear themselves. Example here, doctors, engineers, teachers, officials, or all white collar job comes under this one. Unorganized street hawkers, loading and unloading workers here you can see, here teachers you can see. So this is the difference here. And street hawkers are street vendors. So they will, with vegetables, they will come on a pushing cart, they will come and sell that one. Or flower sellers. So they don't have any rules and regulations, they don't have regular pay, they don't have any medical facility, and they don't have equal pay, salary, or any rules, etc. not applicable for them. So this is the difference between organized and unorganized sectors or laborers. But here, some challenges the unorganized sector workers they will face. What are the challenges faced by these unorganized sectors? So that one we have discussed. First one, migration. So in the book Fruit Losers, a study of circular migration is done. There people in search of job, in search of work, they will go from one place to another place. For example, to construct the road, to construct the railways, to construct the bridge, the people, they will come from different areas and they will live in a tent. Nomads actually. So they will move from one place to another place in search of work. So there is a problem they have. They had to move. And another one, social security. They don't have social security. They are facing social insecurity. Social security means what? Having minimum needs to lead the life like housing, health, water, food, drinking water it may be, or equal opportunity to work. All these things they don't have. That social security they don't have. Basic needs they don't have. If they get the work, they will get the food. If they didn't get the work, they will not get the food. So like that. Legal framework. For the legal framework not there. And I wrote already. The Payment of Gratuity Act of 1971. All these things not applicable for these people. And the PF not there for them. Yes, gratuity fund not there. Equal wages not there. Yeah. According to their work duration, they are not getting their salary or wage. So these are the problems actually. Legal framework not there. Child labor. So here in the unorganized sector, we can observe the child labor because the capitalism expects more work for less pay. That's why these children, they will come for work for less pay. They will work more. They're so active. More than the aged people, more than the youngsters, they are doing. The children, they are doing more work. But for them, less payment. Instead of sending them to school, they will send to the work. So because of greediness, is child labor increasing, especially in unorganized sector. Then physical and mental exploitation. Most of the women in unorganized sector, they work domestic helpers. So here the problem comes. Rate of physical and mental exploitation of these women increasing nowadays. According to 2014-15 statistics, more than 77% of women work in unorganized sector. They do domestic helpers, and there in that area they were exploited sexually, and many problems they have to face. For their bread, they are working there, but someone they misuse them. So these are the physical and mental exploitation they have to face because their conditions like that. They have to work, no alternative, but someone misusing them. So these are the problems faced by or challenges faced by unorganized sectors. So labor, everyone should work, but for our work we have to get the equal payment. And how much we work, that much we have to get in return. Then only there is some value for the labor. So all are equal. We have to support that. So with this, we come to the end of this lesson. Thank you. Thank you very much.